Hello everyone, it is me, SeaTactics for the win, otherwise known as Ben, and we are back with another video. This time we are talking about Higurashi. I'm giving my first impressions based off what I saw in episode 1. So if you don't already know, I am new to this series. I haven't seen any of the previous Higurashi movies or series. I haven't played the game. I don't know anything about it besides that one lolly named Sato. That's the only thing I know about Higurashi. Going into this, I do want to say as well, please do not spoil in the comments if you can. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy this video, I don't mind covering this series. This is one of those interesting once in a generation lifetime anime, and I wouldn't mind covering it, though as we'll go on, I do have criticisms about this series. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Maybe you're new to Higurashi like I am. So what is the synopsis? So based off the first episode, our main character, Keiichi, moves to Hinamizawa Village. He makes friends with a bunch of girls in his school. Everything is really small. The school is really small, seemingly. There's a bunch of different age groups in the class, so it seems they're all being taught the same thing, even though they are of much different ages. And something seems a little bit off. There's rumors of murder going around. Keiichi figures out that there is some rumor of murders, the town fighting off a bunch of people that wanted to build a dam, and there's rumors of a body that was dismembered and they still haven't found some of his limbs. So that's pretty interesting. This is one of those series where a lot of people are probably going to die and a lot of people are probably going to get murdered, because in the first scene we see some of the most incredibly disturbing stuff. And I do want to say that if you do not like gore, you do not need to watch this series. The first scene is of Keiichi, our main character, bashing one of the girls' heads in with a bat. It is one of the most intense, disturbing scenes I've seen in anime in quite a long time. And for context, I'm not a fan of meaningless violence and gore. I think Japan's idea of horror is often just gore porn, and I dislike that immensely. And that is one of the reasons why I've never watched the original Higurashi. I don't want to see meaningless violence without context, and I really don't want to see gore anyways. I think gore is such a overused thing in Japanese horror, as I said before. It seems Japan thinks horror is just slicing off little girls' heads, which is not. It's just disturbing, and it's not like a good technique to, in your storytelling, just go and slice, little girls' heads off and bash their heads in with baseball bats. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm out of touch. I am 25, so that would be very concerning if I was. I just don't know how much I will like this aspect of Higurashi, and I've only been told it gets worse. We'll see. I can handle I can handle gore, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. I would avoid it if I can possibly avoid it. It's one of those things. But I do like other things about this series. I actually really enjoyed this first episode outside of that gore scene, which I had to turn it off and walk outside because it was so disturbing. I was not prepared for it at all. But after that, it was much better. I like the mystery of this series. I love the fact that Keiichi is like, yo, did you hear anything about these murders? And both Mion and Rina, they don't know anything about it. At least they say they don't know anything about it. And they have those two very deadpan, very serious go, I know nothing about it. So obviously they know something about it. And based off what happened in the last episode, the last scene of the last episode, it seems like at least Reina and Rika do, because Rika has those crazy eyes, those Sharingan shining black hole eyes. It's like that fan art where they made Black Hole Chan. She has those same eyes. Also, Rina has this crazy big knife. What's up with that? I just like the whole mystery. I like the fact that there's these murders going around, or this murder that did happen in the past of this guy getting dismembered because apparently he was a part of some organization that wanted to create a dam in the town which would destroy everything. That actually is, I think, a really cool aspect not many people touch on, is the fact that the town would go to these lengths to possibly murder people just to save their small village. I think people would fight that hard to protect something, especially something like that. I think a lot of people can not exactly relate to it, but understand people's hatred for government bodies coming in and making dams and destroying the local wildlife or their village or whatever it may be. But I do like the whole mystery. I think that's really well done. I also think the eerie tone is really well done. I like the use of the junkyard specifically because it's such an eerie place. It's where there's a bunch of unused technology, maybe stuff that works. It's just a bunch of waste, right? It's a bunch of waste that's thrown in under this bridge. And Rina goes through all this stuff and is trying to find Kin-chan, which is basically just the goddamn Colonel Sanders from KFC, just a little beat up statue. I think that's adorable, by the way. I think it's adorable that she wants Kin-chan, and they call him Kin-chan. But I like the use of the junkyard. It's just a lot of symbolism. And not only that, but there's probably a bunch of dead bodies in there. So Rina probably put him there. I'm assuming Rina is killing everybody. I'm assuming everyone in this anime is going to be killing everybody because, like we already established earlier, Japan thinks horror is just a bunch of gore porn. I also like the magazines that Keiichi finds. I thought that was a pretty cool reveal in the junkyard. It was a bookshelf where Rina was the day before, and he goes over and he looks at all these magazines, and well, it confirms that yeah, there are some murders around. Now there's a little bit of a plot hole in that as well. It's like, why are you keeping those magazines right there for Keiichi to discover that easily? I don't understand that part, but it is a pretty cool reveal nonetheless, and this confirms that Rina and Mion on some level are lying and definitely know about these murders, probably because they partook in those murders. But also as well, to go along with the eerie tone of the show, everything is just too peaceful in like an off way. To someone on the outside looking in, someone not paying attention, this is a pretty peaceful place. It's a pretty peaceful village. It's just too peaceful. It's just too nice to where someone who's really paying attention would be like, well, are they cannibals here or what? Because this is just way too peaceful. Like, do people that come to this village get eaten? And am I the next one up here? I don't know. As for the characters, Rina is just like this moe blob for like half of the episode, which was pretty cute until it's revealed, you know, she's a psychopathic murderer at the end of the episode, or maybe a psychopathic murderer. I'm pretty sure she is. Just saying, she had a freaking huge machete. So yeah, probably a murderer. Mion is she's probably a murderer as well. She's the Mio of this moe blob group. Mio from K-On!, by the way. And her name's Mion, so it makes sense. And then we have Sato, who is really illegal and very violent. Her idea of practical jokes is just hurting people, and it's kind of weird. I guess she's gonna kill somebody in the future with something. I don't know. And then we have Rika, who is apparently Sasuke with his Sharingan. Or her Sharingan. Well, Rika may be a dude. We don't know for sure. Yeah, the characters are pretty interesting. Keiichi is whatever. Keiichi is there. He's just kind of the vehicle for this anime, I guess. Art sucks, man. Art in this show sucks. The original designs look just so much better to me. Also, does anyone find it troublesome that this is just one core? I know they're going to air like 14 episodes afterwards, I believe. But does anyone else find that troublesome? I don't know. Apparently, from what I've heard, like, I think the first episode covers most of the first arc of whatever Higurashi is. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that. I really don't. But at the same time, why even remake this? Why even do a remake of Higurashi? Doesn't need it. Isn't this show like already beloved and looked upon really fondly? Yeah, sure, it may look outdated, but I don't get it. What's the issue? No one's sitting out here remaking Dragon Ball Z because it looks outdated. It's a classic. So why do we need a remake of Higurashi? That's just one of the questions that I'm asking. As well, I've also heard that the ending song was the original ending song from the original series. So like, it seems the people making this actually are fans of Higurashi in some sense. I don't know after watching this first episode. I'm interested in the mystery. It's a mystery. Why would you not be interested in a mystery? I'm not very hopeful, like that it's going to be amazing or whatever. I'm not looking forward to all the copious amounts of gore and gore porn and violence. I'm not looking towards that. I really just want to see what the mystery entails. I think the mystery aspect is the reason why I like a lot of mysteries, you know, not because they're violently murdering little girls that were innocent and cute. That's not why I like mysteries. Can you guys tell I don't like the gore and the violence aspect of this? I really don't. I just don't like it. But I like a mystery because, you know, It's really well written, and it's a mystery, because mysteries are cool. They're really great. So with that being said, what do you guys think about Higurashi episode 1? What's your first impressions on the series, or if you've watched ahead and you're seeing this video way in the future, what are your thoughts on Higurashi so far? I would love to hear your comments, criticisms, and concerns down in the comments below. Thanks everybody for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. I got a Patreon, $1 tier and above. Get access to a bunch of early content, including KyoNE podcasts and a new season of Anime Friday, and exclusive reviews and videos. As well, I have a Teespring. You can buy some merch there and support me that way. And you can become a member of the channel and get access to a bunch of emotes. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.